guys, recently a lot of people have been talking about, presidency granting Boko Haram amnesty and also rehabilitating them. People always thought it is just a joke and all of that, but the truth is, it's getting closer to that, and it's saying that is what the presidency wants to do. Remember, sometimes when information comes as rumor, at the end of the day, especially in Nigeria, it always end up that it isn't really a rumor. And indeed, it is important that they know, the presidency and the government knows what they are doing, because they've made this mistake in the past. And at the end of the day, we've not seen a better outcome out of all of this, because Boko Haram members have not in any way showed that they are truly repentant. Remember that a few days ago, some members, over 100 Boko Haram members and their families, said they have repented. And, some of the government officials, perhaps opposition party, came forward to say that that the presidency should not in any way, yes, that was Fani Kayode who said that the presidency should not handle these guys with kid gloves. Whether they are repentant or not, they should be made to face the wrath of the law. There's no form of giving them rehabilitation for what, with all the evils they have caused. Like, I don't get it. Are you trying now to tell me that, okay, now the presidency and the government is against Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu? Imagine this guy just, okay, decide to want to act and come forward to the presidency to say, yes, we have repented. We are sorry that we agitated. We are sorry that, we are trying to break away from Nigeria. And at the end of the day, are you now trying to tell me that this present government, this administration will listen to these people? If they would not listen to peaceful agitators, if they would not listen to innocent people, why would they want to listen to, Boko Haram, who have terrorized this country for over a decade? Killing people, displacing families. Families can never be together because of them. And now the government is talking about rehabilitation. Well, guys, let us get into the details of this. Let's not waste much time. But please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share this video. And yes, guys, don't forget this is Saffron Media, and we're here to keep you updated always with recent happenings in Nigeria. All right, guys, right here it says that the Senate Committee Chairman, Nigerian Army Senator Ali Ndume, APC Borno South, has warned against the pampering of repentant Boko Haram insurgents. Recall that the Nigerian Army on Tuesday said over 100 Boko Haram fighters with their families have surrendered to the troops. According to the Army, 27 insurgents have been killed, while no fewer than 51 others were arrested in the last 2 weeks. Reacting in an interview with Channels Television, Ali Ndume urged security agencies to speed up efforts to wipe out insurgency. The lawmaker noted that the recent development shows that the military can achieve results when they get the necessary resources. It didn't come to me as a surprise, actually, because I've been saying for a long time that the armed forces and other security agencies of the country are handicapped. Otherwise, they have the capacity and the ability to prosecute this war, Ndume said. Now that now that what they need is given to them, you can see the results within this short time, and I'm expecting more. It is only that, as I have said before, there shouldn't be blanket amnesty and pampering treatment to those who have surrendered. They should carefully be profiled, and there's no hurry in it. They should be in a hurry to capture and end this war, but not really in a hurry to talk about this issue of resettlement, reintegration, and all that. The first step after getting them is the resettlement of people. Now that the war is getting to an end or is almost ending, then we'll talk about profiling, investigating, and interrogating those that have surrendered. I think it is a welcome development, and I have confidence that more is to be seen with the new leadership and the new cooperation and interagency cooperation between our various security agencies. Just as we have been criticizing that the armed forces are not doing enough, now that they are doing enough and there's hope and there's light at the end of the tunnel, there's a need for Nigerians to come out to support the military by encouraging them and commending them for what they have done. Yes, if you ask me, Ndume is still being shady about this. What does he mean by trying to say that they should be carefully, you know, that they shouldn't be pampered though, but he said that they should be carefully interrogated, before resettlement, that they should be investigated, then they should talk about, this and that. Really, there's nothing to talk about. If you ask me, there is really nothing to talk about. The only thing to be talked about is for them to face the wrath of the law. Yes, that is the only thing. They have caused a lot of problems. They have done a lot of harms to Nigerians. They have done a lot of terrible things in the country. And yet you want to sit down to talk about settlement or talk about, whatever thing it is. There is no room for that. If you ask me, there should be no room for that. They should be meant to face the wrath of the law. Let them go to court. Let them face the wrath of the law. And that is it. I don't know why they are bringing this up about resettlement. Is it because they came out to say they have repented? Does that mean everyone that have done a lot of terrible things, banditry, criminal, robbery here and there, at the end of the day, they present themselves and they tell you that we have decided to repent, and the next thing they are granted amnesty and they are be rehabilitated? It should not be so, because what they are doing by this what they're trying to do by so doing is that at the end of the day you will have more terrorists. More terrorists will be groomed, because they will believe that, okay, after terrorizing them for a long period of time, when we know there's no way out, we'll surrender to them and beg for mercy. And that has been happening over and over again, and it is high time that it stop. The government should no longer allow people to be granted amnesty. If anyone have done evil, if they have been involved in anything that will cause this country to be in a terrible state, then they should be meant to face the wrath of the law. All of this issue of trying to grant them amnesty, doing this for them and that, it's not a welcome development in any way. So Ali Ndume, whatever he's saying, he's right, but at the same time, it shouldn't sound diplomatic about this. Amnesty must not be granted. At the same time, rehabilitation should not be done for them. All they should do for these guys is for them to face the wrath of the law. There are consequences for the actions that they have taken, and they should be meant to face the consequences of the actions they have taken. So I don't see any reason why they have to keep, being diplomatic about this. There's nothing to be diplomatic about. So, my dear friends, in my opinion, that is what I think. There's nothing to be diplomatic about in all of this. So, guys, that is it. I don't know what you have to say about this. Do you think Ndume is right? Do you think the government should allow peace to reign and allow these guys to, be part of the country and all of that, or meant to face the wrath of the law? Let us hear from you. Thank you so much for staying tuned. To have a pleasant time. Bye for now.